ICE is now going into airports. Take a look at this. Oh boy. ICE has completely cleared out the Florida airport where they were stationed. TSA lines are non-existent. Now, some of these could be inaccurate, but this is what a lot of people have been talking about. Yeah, finally.
And the wait line looks like this. In the couple of hours that I've been here, I've seen ICE officers patrolling, and the line has looked the same since I got here. Completely empty. So if you see wait times go down while you're traveling, you may just want to thank an ICE officer. Earlier this morning, travelers may have experienced a little bit of a wait time, but since I've been here, the lines seem to be moving fairly smooth.
There it is. It's almost like if you go after these people, then they run away. And illegals scattered. And again, I think that people don't realize this is what ICE being at the airport does, like doing nothing. Yep, that's right. And they're sitting around doing absolutely nothing. And you know what they're actually doing? They're like a scarecrow for the illegals. It's like they see them and they run away. And Buckman on the line says she sports ICE.
Bother anybody? I'm okay. I was concerned about people. So
yeah,
they're
it's like
not
a
bothering
scarecrow.
us. Let's get it done.
I like that they're here. I think that it's allowing us to move and get to where we need to go.
It's kind of scary in a sense because you don't know what to expect with ICE.
As long as they can help us move a little bit faster, maybe they can take some of the work off the TSA agents as far as general security. I'm all for it.
Yeah, so most people are probably happy. On the way to Houston to cover long TSA lines, and this is what it looks like at Dallas-Fort Worth. Man. I think that people don't realize how bad the illegal problem is. I don't think they realize how bad, like, having, like, 20 million or 10 million extra people in the country actually is. And now you're seeing it and it's being observed and it becomes much more fucking obvious, right? It's like entering a high-level zone. Yeah, I guess so. And hospitals next, please. That's the next thing they need to do. So the next thing that they need to do is they need to send ICE to the emergency rooms because that way you can spawn camp them. Like that's where they're all at because everybody gets sick. So you just wait for them to go to the emergency room and then you arrest them. And so they get seen. Okay, you're discharged. Where are you going? You're going to go home? No, you're not. You're going to go home. And now you're getting on an airplane. And spawn camp? No, really, that's what they should do. That's absolutely what should happen. They should put them in the fucking, in the emergency rooms. Yes. You're going home. Yes, exactly. And so, you know what is this here? If I can pull somebody up, I'll pull, you know what? This is going to be the last person we're going to pull up for this topic because I feel like I pulled them to me. What am I ignorant about with this? Go ahead. Explain it. Explain how this isn't an obvious problem. Yeah, I want to know. And by the way, any vague comment, you're instantly permit. Anything vague is an instant permit. You're not calling me Jesus, are you? You're not. I would assume not, but maybe he is. I mean, I am a nice guy. They don't have money for that's the airport. I don't care. Ban me. They don't have money. Of course they have money. And that's at the airport? Yeah, of course they have money. Like, what do you think? The illegals don't have any money? Like, obviously they do. Like, they use fake IDs. They use fake fucking documentation. Like, they get money other ways, too. Like, and also, by the way, the hospitals is a huge one, okay? Like, if you go to a hospital, like any hospital here in Texas that I've been to before, if you go to the emergency room, and I've been to the emergency rooms in hospitals many, many times with both of my parents, I've probably been to an emergency room a total amount of times, like 20 times. Like, if you, like, that's a lot. I mean, I think for, like, an average person, like, that's a lot to be at a fucking emergency room. And so, every single time, actually not every single, like 18 out of the 20 times that I was there, you had a group, a family of people, none of them fucking spoke English. There was like 5 of them, and they were sitting there. And I guarantee you, if you had ICE sitting there, and then, like, every single time in the last, like, 5 years that I had been to an emergency room, they always told me, they said, it's never been more busy than this. It's never been more busy than this. Oh, it's so busy today. It's getting so busy now. And the reason why is you have a bunch of fucking illegals coming in there. They can't afford health care, and so they go to the emergency room. And did you guys know they have a little fucking translator machine that they have to talk to communicate with these fucks? So, like, this person doesn't know English. They only speak Spanish. So they're in the emergency room and they're talking to this fucking robot TV. And this is like, think about how long that takes to process somebody. What the fuck are we doing? What are we doing? Think about how much time we have that's being wasted on a systematic problem that just multiplies the amount of time and effort that it takes to give people critical care. It's outrageous. So yeah, it's not the only reason. It's a big reason. Of course, it's not the only reason, but it's a huge reason. So yes, I don't get it at all. It costs so much money too. Yes, it's crazy, isn't it? This is hardly in America. It is. It's in Texas, I'll tell you that. We hire people that speak multiple languages. It's hard as fuck and takes time out of our day. Yeah, it's annoying. And don't want to learn a language, but wants our benefits. Yeah. Why not a phone? Well, probably because they haven't updated it to that, to that frequency, right? Same thing happens in California. You're completely right about this. Yes. And so this is the main issue. This is happening in America. It is. It's happening in America, and it's a huge problem. And if you don't believe me, you can go to the local emergency room and you can just look at them. Like, you just look at them. These people look like illegal aliens, right? I mean, like, and on top of that, they don't speak English. Like, I'm sorry, but whenever I see a family of 6 people and none of them are speaking English, I assume that they're illegal. I do. And maybe not every single one, but at least some of them are. And it's obvious. I mean, everybody knows this, right? But you're not supposed to say it. Oh, you can't say this. It's obvious that's what's happening. Oh, here we go. Let's take a look at it.
Finally, we can take a deep breath here. The numbers have dropped off. The lines are getting shorter. I think the average wait time now is under 40 minutes. So if you have a flight to catch today, it's a good time to come to Hartsfield-Jackson International. Finally,
I wonder why. Maybe it's because the ICE agents are there. And I'm very happy to see this.
Be better.
Is there a single report today of something going awry with ICE agents?
Well, thank God for 24 hours something bad didn't happen.
Maybe there is.
There was an ICE agent refusing to identify himself, arresting a woman in an airport, freaking people out. They weren't even sure it was in San Francisco airport.
Well, what kind of
San Francisco? That makes sense.
Interaction was it, actually? Do you know the situation?
It was an arrest. I don't know. Scott,
it was an arrest? I don't know. That's right. Of course you don't know.
Who did they arrest? No, you're bringing it up. Who did they arrest?
No, I'm saying
the internet. We'll need the internet.
Just making shit up. Yeah, exactly. I read on the internet this happened. Well, what happened? I don't know.
2 senior administrators.
Meanwhile, this woman was arrested by ICE Sunday at San Francisco's airport.
For what?
DHS says she's from Guatemala, had a deportation order signed by a judge, and tried to flee as officers were deporting her. DHS saying the incident was unrelated to efforts to help TSA.
Gotta catch them all.
Be better.
Well, how about that? That's why they've got him there. Obviously, it seems like it's a great idea. And I worked at a pet parts store. There'll be 3 adult males and like a 10 to 12-year-old, and the kid was the only one who spoke English, and he'd translate to the older ones. Yep, that's it. I think that people have no idea how bad this actually is. It is insanely fucking bad. And let me go. I'll look at the other ones here, too, because it's just been crazy to look at this. Oh, here's another one. ICE agents were spotted actively assisting. Oh, here we go. Yeah, just sitting there. How are they flying? You have to have a real ID, right? So this is the problem that a lot of people don't understand. The first worlder mind, the Western first worlder mind, cannot even comprehend the level of behavior that these people engage in. They lie about their name. They lie about their birthday. They lie about like when they were born, what year, how old they are. They steal people's identities. Like they steal everything, right? They're stealing all this stuff themselves. You can fire the passport or real ID. It's fraud. Yes, exactly. Fire the passport. And Trump chickened out. He's not deporting anybody. Well, I just literally saw something of somebody getting deported. So, like, I don't know. I mean, I think they need to deport more people, too. But at the same time, like, I mean, it seems like they are deporting people. So, yeah, they're obviously... Damn. That's pretty bad. That's a pretty bad line. That's a really bad... Holy shit, that's a bad line. God damn. In your opinion, is it the largest category of fraud in the United States? I think that probably, like, by numbers, I think that, you know, social services fraud is probably the biggest, because social services is so much money. But I think that also, like, you have a huge amount of money. Hell no. Well, no, like, I mean, for example, like, social services are such a huge amount of the, like, of the budget that, like, if you assume that 10% of it is fraud, then, I mean, comparatively, like, let's say military, you could say the military instead, like 30 or 40% of all the money would have to be fraud, which is probably too high even for that. So I would say it probably is the largest amount. Yeah, overall. I bet his illegals make up something like 15%. Well, it's not just illegals. It's also just bad actors in general. Like, you have migrants, you have immigrants, and you also just have Americans that are taking advantage of systems. Like, you have all three of them. The average person over 40 cares about what affects their kids and grandkids. Yeah, I think a lot of people do. Huge amount of fraud across the USA. The level of fraud is probably equal GDP to some rich countries. Yeah, we're probably pissing away, like, I would assume, I'm not even kidding, $1 trillion a year. I think we are spending $1 trillion a year collectively on fraud. If you add together tax fraud, identity theft fraud, social services fraud, military, you know, like wasted spending, if you put all of that together, I think we are spending $1 trillion a year, if not more. I think people have no idea how bad it really is. It's crazy. Man. It's a lot of people. We should deport the Americans, exploiting the third world is true, taking advantage of systems. I mean, just seize their assets and put them in jail, right? I mean, like, then get the money back. Because, like, you're stealing from the government. I mean, like, that's our money. So, yeah. And you've got, obviously, ICE all over the airports now, which is, I think, kind of good. I'm glad to see this. But let me go. And this is apparently, I'm kind of surprised, but they're just flying airplanes around in Iran. They are. What do you think about the vets on disability? I would infinitely rather pay for a veteran's disability than pay for an illegal alien. Because at least a veteran is a citizen and they serve the country. Like, so from my perspective, I do think that certain veterans probably do abuse disability and they do probably take advantage of it, and that is a problem. Like, don't get me wrong, I think it probably does exist, but that's not going to be my priority one whenever you have people that aren't even supposed to be here that are doing the same thing. So that's really how I see it. I mean, I'm not even saying that it's a good thing. It's not a good thing, but at the same time, I think it could be a hell of a lot worse. So that's how I see it. Additionally, the money's fed back into the U.S. and overseas, so it makes a big difference. It's okay. Did you say the self-report of if ICE is at an airport, it's a step away from ICE being at the voting polls? No, I didn't see that, but I'm not surprised. I'd like to see some retroactive consequences for the companies that did this fraud knowingly. Oh, yeah, I agree with you about that. I think it's a huge problem. And this is, let me go back. Oh, here's another one. This is in Iraq. God damn. All right. Well, that's too bad, huh? Burn, yeah, I guess so. And ATL Airport before and after ICE. Obviously, this is probably somewhat selectively edited, but I think it's probably to a certain extent, you know, like, kind of expected. It's a lot of people. People everywhere.
So,
man,
but to be honest, this is decent, guys. This is,
and that's at 5:30 in the morning too. Like, that's when everybody's trying to fly out, so they can be there before you know, businesses start. Holy fuck, man! And you're gonna say what's this here? Next thing you're gonna say is private citizens need to be enforcing speeding laws. Private citizens do? I don't know about that. And yeah, maybe. But let me go and I'll look at this. There are people asking to get there 4 to 5 hours early. That is insane, man. Holy shit. And so, yeah, it does look like that's what's happening. Oh, here we go. ICE is looking for criminals at airports.
Trump made a brilliant move this week, and he called me and says, let's send ICE to the airport. I thought it was a smart move. And we're filling the holes. The wait lines already dropped. Plus, we're doing a security function at the airports. We're going to arrest criminals going through this airport. We're going to look for human trafficking, sex trafficking, money smuggling. We're going to be at the airports working with our brothers and sisters of TSA.
Thank God.
Our brothers and sisters within DHS. President Trump made a smart move. We're going to keep the airplanes flying. We're going to get the American people to those lines quicker, and we're not going to give up President Trump's promise to American people to make this country safer every day, and that's what we're going to keep doing.
No, I think that's a good idea, obviously. And, here's another one.
Well, there may be a celebration here at the airport before it's all said and done, especially for the folks who've been working nonstop, extra shifts. If you look right here, you can see this is the main checkpoint. Almost no lines, no waiting, Sarah. And it's unbelievable at this point. This morning started briskly with a lot of people showing up here at the airport. Lines were long. People were waiting about an hour, but when that rush hour went away pretty quickly this morning, we ended up with this. And there seems to be more lines open than normal right now with the TSA workers here breezing people through. In fact, a lot of folks have been showing up shocked at how short the lines are. Take a listen to some of the folks we talked to this morning.
Wow.
I don't see how extra security could be bad, you know?
Yeah, of course. Why would extra security be bad? Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, they're going to help out and, make things move a little faster, but whether they're doing that or not, we don't know. But
this is on CNN, too.
Extra security is always good to me.
I mean, you think it's not going to be that bad, but then you get here and, you think, oh, man, it really is as bad as they say it is.
Yep.
So there's a bit of a mix here. So when people were showing up and going right into the TSA pre-check line, a lot of them weren't even checking the main checkpoint line. That line has been open and moving pretty quickly. Wow. Some folks just get so used to going to the line they go to, they didn't even check to see what that's like. We've also seen those ICE agents moving through today. A lot of folks are saying they're very pleasant. Look, they're not wearing masks.
Fantastic PR for ICE. Yeah, exactly. And the thing is that, this is the way ICE usually is. Like, ICE isn't a bunch of, armed thugs going around beating people up. The reason why they're doing that in, Minnesota, for example, is because they have crowds of people throwing things at them, screaming at them, and trying to drive cars into them. So, big surprise, whenever you start attacking somebody, screaming at them, and trying to kill them, they're going to be aggressive and hostile to you. I know, big shocker, right? And so what's happened is that a lot of these people have the idea that ICE is going to be these horrible people. Why the fuck would they do that? Why would they want to complicate their day by initiating hostility onto somebody for no reason? It would be stupid for them to do that. So I'm all for ICE. Or where this could turn to Patriot Act 2.0. I mean, I do think that we need to have I think that you do need to have a massive enforcement crackdown on immigration. And I think that will take a tremendous increase in the amount of enforcement that's out there. Shadow Spawn, thanks for the 20 gifted subs. I appreciate that. Thank you very much, man. And I would say in doxing their families, yes, exactly. People are more inclined to behave where in the airport too. Yeah, exactly. And there's accountability for it too. And that's another, you bring up a really good point, is that they can't act that way inside of an airport because they'll be put on a no-fly list or they could be put in jail. Generally, you have to act like a normal human being at an airport. So big surprise, these people act normal. And I think it goes to what I was saying before, is that this chaos and everything is a choice. It's not mandatory. There's no reason we have to allow it. And the extent that we do allow it, it just gets everybody hurt and wastes everybody's money.
In fact, on this line right here, you can see two of them standing behind the TSA agents. I'm not sure we can get a complete focus on that, but just wanted to show you that they've been walking around the perimeter. Atlanta police have also been added.
That's why you said you shouldn't place unreasonable responsibility on large and small businesses. I think if a company... So I'm going to pull you up and ask you something. Do you think if a company knowingly hires illegal aliens, they should be held accountable? Like a company knowingly is hiring them. Not that they hired them. I didn't say that. If they knowingly hired them and they ignored different checks to make sure that they aren't illegal, do you think that they should be held accountable for that? Very simple question. If they not take the reasonable steps? Okay. I mean, do you think that checking somebody's citizenship status and whether they're here legally is reasonable? Do you think that checking whether a person is here legally is reasonable for employing them? Because I want to make sure that we wrap this up. It's competitive advantage. No, it's okay. Because, like, you're saying reasonable. What does that really mean, reasonable? Because this could be, like, a framing that you're using to try to, you know, like, keep your point going. Investigation over their ID and testimony is true. Being valid is not their job. Well, I mean, why not just make it to where they have to check to see if somebody is a valid citizen in order to hire them? Like, why not just... Because, I mean, you think that... I mean, that's got to be... That's pretty important, right? I mean, whether somebody is a citizen or not, I feel like that's a huge one. So, I don't know what to say. Disagree with that? You hurt the feelings? Yeah, my old job. Yeah, I mean, why would you not want that? I'm just confused. It can be faked. So then we shouldn't check... So should they not check ID for selling alcohol? Because you can have a fake ID? Like, how does your mind work with this? I want to understand this. So, like, if you can have a fake ID, why check ID? That encompasses reasonable? Okay, well then it's reasonable then. All right, well then there you go.
To this equation in terms of showing up extra patrols. But the story right now,
what do you say about that?
Honestly, is the fact that the lines have disappeared. We haven't seen this like in a week. So this is good news. If you have a flight to catch, you should know that you can probably maybe take a deep breath. At one point, this line stretched all the way down the hallway. This one is gone as well. So I guess we'll just give a thumbs up and smile a little bit, Sarah, and take a break.
Thank God. I'm glad to see that. And, oh, here's another one, too. It's going to great PR for ICE. Yeah, I think so, too. Man, this is a smart thing for them to do. This is a good idea. I'm still tagging it. Says everything. Yeah. Man. You see Rupert Lover's for Britain has more membership than the Conservative Party around 6 weeks in? No, I didn't see that. I'm not surprised.
Oh, nice.
So I'm glad to see this happening, right? Obviously, that's where things are going. I think it's going to continue. Doesn't U.S. check criminal records before hiring? I mean, yeah, as far as I know, they have to do that, but I'm not entirely sure. And this is also, look at this. Here we go.
Salida. Salida derecha. Can you say it in English what that means? Salida.
I mean, guys, there's something really wrong if they don't understand what that sign means. There's something really, really wrong with that. Oh my God. Keep right. Exit to the right. Oh, okay.
What that means? What does it mean? How good is your English?
Not so good, right?
English. No, speak no English.
No.
What does that mean? Yes. What does it mean? No.
No.
What does it mean when you going down? You see the sign. What does that mean? What do you have to do? No.
This is insane. 40 years I drove around in Cuba. Well, what the fuck?
Okay. If you don't speak enough English, to be operating a commercial motor vehicle, okay?
Yeah.
You also don't have enough knowledge of the signs to say it, okay? So this, right now, you're going to be placed out of service, okay?
I mean, this is just, guys, this is crazy. Keep right. And he's just moving his arm in that direction. Holy shit, man. And you see ambulances set on fire in the UK? I think I did. Yeah, they were the Jewish ambulances or something like that. I did see this. And shocked to realize ICE are pretty friendly when nobody's trying to kill them with an SUV. Isn't that a fucking mystery, right? Wow, who could have possibly predicted that? And so, yes, I'm very glad to see this. Oh, here we go. There's another one. I will look at this too. I might as well. And they have their own ambulances. Yeah, there was like a weird thing where there's like a Jewish community like health thing. Like, I think it's stupid too, but you know, for some reason that's the way they do things over there.
The negotiation didn't have a path to citizenship. It was entirely on their terms in order to get Ukraine funding, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, Chris, that's been a failed play for 20 years. So you are right that has been the Democratic strategy for 30 years, maybe. And it has failed to deliver for the people we care about most, the undocumented Americans that are in this country. We care about most failed to deliver for the people we care about most, the undocumented Americans that are in this country.
I don't see how anybody can watch that and take it seriously. I really don't. Oh my fucking God. Call them illegals? Yep, that's right. And I don't know what to say. It's just fucking ridiculous. But yeah, ambulances don't always transport emergency patients. Yeah, I don't know. Why do they care about them the most? Because it's not about caring about anybody. It's just about a, what do you call it? It's just about virtue signaling as always.